I'm Barbara. Welcome to this week's episode of Craft Corner Kits to Go. Um, we're in spring now, and it seems like it rains a lot in the spring. So today we're going to make a rain mobile. You can make this easily with a paper plate, some blue cardstock, some cotton balls, some string, and some glue dots, and your own crayons or markers. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So first of all, you need a paper plate that needs to be the uncoated kind of paper plate, because the other kind of repels your colors. So I took a paper plate, and instead of cutting it halfway, I cut it more than halfway. This is farther than halfway down, but I want a big arch for my rainbow. So I cut these, and you want to take just one paper plate, and they stick together, so make sure you've just got one. And if you'll see, this paper plate has an indentation around here. You want to follow that and go maybe about, maybe a ½ inch inside it, and just use your scissors and cut out a semicircle so that you have an arch for your rainbow. And you'll see I've made it so that it's still got that little imprint there. So that was for me to follow, so I knew about how much I had. All right, your little piece here, you're going to take and cut out a raindrop shape, and it can be any size you want, but like a teardrop. And I think this is about right for my mobile that I'm going to make. You're going to need a hole punch. I forgot to tell you that because I'm always forgetting my hole punch. I have one that does kind of small holes, which that's the one I really like. But if you have to, you can use the one that has the larger, the normal size holes. So anyway, you're going to need that, and you're going to need some string. I think I told you that. All right. So to start out with, you want to use either markers or crayons. And you want to pick out colors that go with your rainbow. So I'm going to pick purple and blue and green, yellow, orange, and red. Okay? So I've got these. And what I would do is you want to kind of mark off your bands so they're all about the same size. So I'll mark where my purple one's going to go, and I'll mark it on both sides. Then the next one is going to be blue, so I'll mark it on both sides. And green. And you go maybe, I'd say that's maybe less than ½ inch, but more than ¼ inch. Yellow. And then divide the last part between orange and red. So after you've got these marked like this, it's going to be easier to start on the outside and make your entire band for your color. Start to finish right there, and then fill in your red, and then follow that up with your orange, your yellow, your green, your blue, and your purple. So when you end up, you've got a rainbow, and you want to make sure and color the other side too. So this takes you a long time, but when you're done, you're going to be real happy with your rainbow. And you're going to move on to the next part, which is taking your hole punch, and we're going to punch maybe all 3 holes on each side. So down here, close to the bottom, punch 1, 2, 3, and on the other side, punch 1, 2, 3. So I have holes on the bottom of both sides of my rainbow. Now that raindrop that I cut out of my paper plate, I'm going to hold on top of my blue paper, and I'm going to cut around it till I end up with 6 teardrops. So I want to cut those, and I'm trying to save my cardboard so I can get as many out of this as I can. So I just lay them down and cut around, and then lay them down and cut around. So now I have 3 done. And this makes 4. And I'm laying them end to end so I get lots of use out of my cardboard. But you'll get this cardboard in the kit, and I'll make sure you have enough to do your raindrops. One more. Now I'm going to take that hole punch. So I've got 6. I'm going to take that hole punch and punch a hole in the top part of each one of these, like that. All right, now you're going to need your string. And I want to take my string and cut several different lengths. I don't want every raindrop to be the same distance. So I'm just cutting different lengths because this is a mobile after all, and mobiles hang down, and that way they can move freely. I need one more here. Sorry, I'm really getting a frog in my throat today. The allergies. All right, now you want to tie your string in each hole, one string. That one's kind of short, but that's okay. We'll make it work. You can cut these whatever distance you want them to be. You just have to tie a knot on each one. Slip them through, tie the knot, and then go back and trim your extra. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I would go back and trim these kind of long pieces off so they're not sticking out, because we're gonna cover these holes up with our cotton balls here in a minute. Now I've still got the other side to do. Shouldn't take me too long, but you've just got to tie, stick them through the hole and tie them off. Then you know where I'm going with this. I'm going to take these raindrops and tie them on the other end of the strings that you've got hanging. So you've got boy, when you want fingers to work, they don't like to work. I've got 2 of them done. And here's the 3rd one. You know, you can use string or you can use yarn. That's another option. But I like to kind of cut the ends off so it's not, so it doesn't look so scraggly. Now, where I've got these, I'm going to take my cotton balls and some glue dots. And remember, when we take the cotton balls, we usually kind of separate them a little bit so they're a little bit more fluffy. I think it usually takes about maybe 2 or 3 on each side of this. This one looks like it'll only take about 2 on this side, but we'll see after we're done. We want it to look right. So here's a glue dot. And I'm just laying it across the bottom of the rainbow there. I'm going to put that cotton ball on it. And let's do another one. And I've got another scrunchy cotton ball there. So there, that's how that looks. Now you're going to have to do it on the other side too, so that we have, when our mobile swings around, we can see the back side like the front side. That's why you had to color the back side. So I'm doing glue dots on this side. That one's all gone. I go through a lot of glue dots, don't I? Then that, and we need another cotton ball. So you can see you've got this side done, and you have to do the other side the same way, where you're tying on your strings and tying on your raindrops. And the final part is going to be up here at the top. You want to put another hole at the very top of your rainbow, and you want to take some string and put it through there so that you have a mobile that you can hang. And I would also trim that. And you can see that when you are done, you have a mobile that you can hang and that will turn and be a rainbow on each side with your raindrops. So that's it for this week's Craft Corner Kits to Go. And these I'm going to finish after I'm done here. I just didn't want to make this video too long. So make your rainbow raindrop mobile from your Craft Corner Kits to Go, and we'll see you next week.